Hi everyone, I'm Scott. I wanted to issue an apology to people on YouTube who I know because I haven't been watching your videos. Mike and Ryan and Luke and Ian and other people like James haven't been watching a lot of videos of yours. I've been watching lots of TV. And occasionally going out to see films, watching lots of DVDs. I really haven't devoted very much time to watching YouTube videos, whereas I used to, make that a part of my day every single day. Whatever, was, new, I checked my subscription inbox. Haven't checked my subscription inbox in like 2 weeks. I was aware that Ryan Chataway posted his marathon video, and I watched that a couple of days ago. But I've been a bad YouTuber, haven't been commenting, haven't been watching anybody's stuff, so sorry for that. I don't expect tons of views on my own videos, or comments for that matter. But when I don't at least watch other people's stuff, I feel a bit guilty about that. Like I said, I'm watching lots of scripted series, and that takes up a great deal of time. I hope that that will change in the new year. With the series that I'm doing with the action movies and everything like that, that's, 2 hours of my day every week, and it may not seem like much. It doesn't seem like much to me, and yet it does actually take up quite a bit of time where I could be, watching who knows how many YouTube videos during that period. I'm missing a lot of theatrical movies as well. Movies come and go from theaters. I just don't feel like going out to see them. So I have, material to make videos about, really. But also, it's not that difficult to sit down and devote half an hour or so to watching current videos from people I know and people I don't know, just favorite channels of mine. So yeah, sorry about that. I've been rather upset about the news that's been coming out of the film industry. A few weeks ago, the whole Harvey Weinstein thing happened, and I've never been like a Harvey Weinstein fan, whatever. He's a studio executive. He's a producer. Who cares, right? He's gotten films funded, and he's gotten films sold and gotten them awards, but he's not the guy that actually makes the movies. But I've heard many, many dispiriting things and read many dispiriting things about what he's done, basically, over the course of the last 20 years or more. And it's disheartening. And it's disheartening to know that people that I admire, actresses that I admire, had to put up with all kinds of unconscionable behavior and treatment from not only him, but a lot of other people as well. And just recently, I found out, and this was harder than anything really, that one of my favorite actors for decades is one of the bad guys on this scenario. Anybody says, up until like a month ago, anybody would have said, hey, make a list of your favorite actors, and Kevin Spacey's name goes on there immediately, along with, Robert Duvall and Samuel Jackson, a few other guys, but he's always in the running there. Always has been. The first movie I saw him in was Glengarry Glen Ross, and then after that, The Ref, and The Usual Suspects, and Seven, and LA Confidential, The Negotiator, American Beauty, and he's got his TV series, and I just admire the heck out of the guy. And now I find out he's just as big a scumbag as a whole bunch of other people, maybe worse. And that's incredibly disheartening. I also found out that one of my favorite actresses ever, Reese Witherspoon, got sexually assaulted when she was 16 years old by her director. Man, that is not cool at all, and her experience is similar to a lot of other people who I like. And the whole thing is really just like, people complain about Woody Allen and Roman Polanski and how you shouldn't admire them. And, we shouldn't watch their movies, be a fan of their movies because of their personal life. And I see that. And, this just, this is just, for some reason, this is just worse. It shouldn't be worse, but it is. Because I've been such a fan of Spacey. And to know that he has done some horrible things, and to know that Reese has had some horrible things done to her. And their experiences, her experiences are not unique, as so many other women in the business have gotten treated so poorly, and not just that business, but practically every single industry has all the the pitfalls of power mongers basically forcing themselves on women and men too, because they have the ability to affect their jobs, their careers, what have you. But to hear one of my favorite guys has done as well, to hear about his behavior towards underage boys too, right? Yeah, it's really, really, really disheartening, and it's going to make it very difficult for me to enjoy any of the films that he's been in over the last however many years, no matter how great they are. I have a few movies of his in my collection, and one of them is one of my all-time favorites. It's I don't know what to say. I don't know what to think. I just feel horrible about it. So, I mean, what I'm reading about right now is basically a lot of stories that are being told by people, and a story, an account, an accusation is not the same as proof. But still, when there's so many people saying, talking about an experience that they had with this one particular person, it's like, how can you ignore it? You can't just say, well, it hasn't been proven yet. It's just very, very hard to do that. So, yeah, I don't, I'm just like feeling really bad about that. And I don't know whether I'm going to watch. I haven't gotten to see the 5th season of House of Cards yet, and I'm curious to know what happens. But at the same time, it's just like, can't even stand to look at the guy. Can't even stand to hear him speak and play this character. I mean, I think on the whole that I know too much about the personal lives of actors and directors. I mean, it shouldn't make any difference at all. But when they turn out to be criminals, when they turn out to be, monstrous in their behavior, yeah, I think that probably a good idea to know that, so that you don't, spend money on them. I remember people talking about Orson Scott Card around the time that Ender's Game, the film, came out, and how he said all sorts of homophobic things in the past. And he doesn't seem repentant about it at all. And they're like, I'm not going to spend my money on that movie. And I read the book, actually. I read the book years ago. And I saw the film. I didn't pay for it, but I did see it. And so it's really hard to say that it wouldn't be fair to say that I supported him in reading his stuff or viewing stuff based on his adapted from his work. But it did give me pause. I wanted to satisfy my own curiosity, just as I wanted to satisfy my own curiosity about any other film. I really hope things change, and not just in the movie business. It's something that the message that I've gotten clearly from not only professional actors and what have you, but also from people who have nothing to do with the movie business. People I know through social media, friends, Facebook friends, what have you, are talking about the negative experiences that they've had, being harassed, being assaulted, having their lives screwed with, because they wouldn't, give it up. They wouldn't do what they were told that they had to do, or they did, and they were scarred by that experience, or that they people they had people forced on them, assaulted, what have you, fondled. And this is what I read about Kevin Spacey, that he has, done the same thing, not only to grown men, but also people who aren't grown men. And then he made that statement, which was wrong in many different ways. Some of the things he said in that were just like totally inexcusable. Because he tried to make it sound like an excuse or justification of some kind, and there can't be any justification for it. What do you think? Should I toss out my Glengarry Glen Ross DVD, my disc of 7? It's not like, the idea of never watching either of those movies again is unpleasant. But then again, the idea of sitting down and watching them with him in them is also unpleasant. Hey, it's not like I had to go through any of this myself. I've never been assaulted. I've never been a woman who's had to watch herself and protect herself, every minute of the day she's out in public, which is what a lot of women have to do, as I'm told. So I don't know if there's anything that I can do. Aside from, of course, from simply choosing not to watch something that was directed by Brett Ratner or starring, someone who did bad stuff to other people. I'm just kind of rambling here. But it was something that I've been, thinking about more, and since I don't really make a lot of videos outside of the usual action movie series that I'm doing, I thought it was somewhat warranted to talk a little bit about it. Yeah, like I said, it's very, very disappointing and disheartening to know that someone I've admired for so long is actually a complete scumbag. Anyway, I made another video, a much longer video than this one, although I imagine this one's already pretty long, about the content of my channel. Something that I've been thinking about doing for a couple of months, and I decided to sit down and do it. Yeah, it's really long, but if you want to see it, the link is in the description below, and it's basically a video where I describe all the different playlists and what's on them on my channel. If you want to take your mind off things, watch a few fun music videos or comedy videos or other stuff like that, I've got plenty of it. Take a break from the worries of the day, whatever they may be. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll talk to you again soon.